The winning streak comes to an end yet again at 5 games. As the Toronto Maple Leafs drop this one 4-3 in the worst thing in hockey, the shootout in Minnesota, and the Leafs are now 17-6-2 on the year. And hey, you get a point on the road after being down 3-0 in the basically early in the second period, and come back and tie it. You get a point. As much as you wanted to, it is what it is. And especially where the shootout is, it's just a crapshoot at that point. I watched, 60 minutes, 65 minutes, TV goes off. Because I don't want to watch that nonsense. It's not a way to end a game, especially a game that was that good from both teams. Let's break the game down real quick. First period, with 24 seconds left in the first period, Greenway scores. And Minnesota takes the 1-0 lead. Shots on goal in the first period, 9-6 in favor of Minnesota. Very low shot period. And the Leafs only had the 6 shots in the period. Very slow game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, or very slow period for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They come out in the second and look like a really different team after the midway point. Because before then, Matthew Zuccarello scores a power play goal, 5:21 in. Then Foligno scores, Marcus Foligno, 8:07 in. And you're down 3-0, just over 8 minutes into the second period. This might get ugly. And you're not playing very well. Well, Jason Spezza, behind the goal line, fires one to the net. It pinballs around, finds a way to go in. And the Leafs are back in it. It's the 3-1 game. Riley and Richie grab assists at 12:47. The Buds are back in this. They get a power play. Spezza kind of standing in that middle slot area. Austin Matthews on a beautiful pass. Nice little saucer feed to Spezza, who rips it, and it just squeaks through Talbot and over the goal line, and the Leafs are back in it. It's now a 3-2 hockey game. We're right there. 5 minutes after that, that was 5 minutes after the Spezza's first goal. Now, less than 2 minutes after that, the Leafs in the power play again, and Spezza with the gorgeous slap pass to Matthews in front of the net, and he redirects it in for his 5th goal, or basically scored in 5 straight games. Goal number, I believe, is 14 on the season for Matthews, and the Buds, with 50 seconds left in the second period, have tied the game at 3. They score 3 goals in a matter of under 8 minutes, and they go from a 3-0 deficit to a 3-3 tie heading into the third period. Shots on goal were 20-7 in favor of the Leafs. You go into the third period, Minnesota gets a 5-on-3, and things start to get a little shaky. Jack Campbell stands on his head. Shots on goal in the third, 22-11. Now, any Wild fans losing their mind because Spezza dove in overtime? Can we flash back to the final, minute of regulation when Marcus Foligno picks the puck up and decides to make a beeline right for Jack Campbell and basically knees him right in the head, and somehow there's no call there? If we're going to talk about bad calls or non-calls, there's one right there. So they gave us it back in overtime, and it was with under a minute to play, so it was really, I wouldn't say useless, but abbreviated power plays we don't get the full 2 minutes. The odds of you scoring on them a lot smaller than if you get the full 2 minutes. So I don't buy that. And that play happened late in the third period. They don't score, thank God, because if they did, there would be hell to pay. You already know Sheldon Keefe would be like, challenge that, you idiots. Hello. But shots on goal in the third period, 22-11 in favor of the Minnesota Wild. So the Leafs outshot them 20-7 in the second period. They outshot the Leafs 22-11 in the third. And shots on goal after 9-6. What the hell happened in the intermissions? But see what I mean, though? An absolutely insane game where you had no idea what was going to happen. It's craziness after craziness, chance after chance for both teams. You go to overtime. Shots on goal were 5-2 in favor of the Leafs. They had some glorious chances on Jack Campbell. We had some glorious chances on Cam Talbot. The crowd's into it. Everyone's losing their mind. Players are gassed. 2-on-1s the other way, shorthanded. Right? It's just mayhem. Whistle goes. Now we're going to go to the shootout. And yeah, well, Leafs haven't been to shootout all year, so the odds of us winning one against a team who I believe was 2-1 going into this game with the shootouts, good luck with that. Matthews scores one. Jack Campbell tries to poke check twice, or once. He did on Kaprizov, got absolutely undressed. And I believe it was Zuccarello dangled him out got in tight and dangled him. It was really nice by Zuccarello. Matthews scores the nice backhand, but the Leafs don't score anymore, and they lose 4-3 in the shootout. See how anti-dramatic that was? I mean, obviously we lost the game, so I'm not going to be pumped, obviously. But even if we won, and if you guys have watched my videos before, even when we win shootouts, I'm kind of sitting here saying the same thing. Just a useless piece of hockey that it's a skills competition to win who's going to win the game. You know what I mean? Anyway, the NBA, right? If you don't do anything in the first overtime and it's still tied, let's do a 3-point shooting contest. You might as well do it. No, it'd be stupid. It's basically what the shootout is. It's pretty wild, no pun intended. In the end, though, Minnesota Wild are an incredible hockey team. They've had a ridiculously good start to their season, and you saw it tonight. Now, Mitch Marner did not play for the Toronto Maple Leafs today, and he will not play again tomorrow night in Winnipeg. So they say precautionary, but we will have to wait and see how long this precautionary lasts for Mitch Marner, all right? Special teams-wise, 2 for 5 for the Leafs on our power plays. By the way, I missed all the assists on the Leafs goals. Well, I got the Riley Ritchie on the first Spezza goal. On the second Spezza goal, we had Riley Matthews. And on the Matthews goal, Riley Spezza. So a few of those guys did most of the damage in this one. More or less, 2 of the 3 on the power play, though. We were 2 for 5 on our power play. Obviously, the Spezza and the Matthews goal. They were 1 for 5 on their power play. The Zuccarello goal to make it a 2-0 game early in the second period. Jack Campbell, look, just because he allowed 3 goals didn't mean he had a bad game. 3 goals on 40 shots. He made some massive saves, especially 22 of them in the third period, and didn't allow a single goal. Jack Campbell was just absolutely spectacular. I was going for spectacular and fantastic. It came out fantastic. So you guys can understand where I'm at this point. I'm exhausted. Jason Spezza, though, had a game, man. Did he have a game or what? 2 goals and an assist for Spezza. Matthews with a couple points. He had a goal and an assist in this one. And Morgan Riley with 3 apples in the game today. Now, as we've talked about countless times before, great teams in this league bounce back after tough losses. Now, there's nothing like, second night of a back-to-back on the road. You got to travel. You just played in a shootout. Like, it's just a lengthy game, the longest possible game you can play in. And now you got to go play Winnipeg in Winnipeg. So it's not, I don't know if they're on the back-to-back at all, but either way, the Leafs, they got to travel as well. So it's a tough one for the Buds in Winnipeg tomorrow. No Mitch Marner in the lineup there tomorrow night. So it's going to be tough. But as I've said, you find a way to bounce back after a tough loss, shows the character of your squad. Now, with the loss, the Leafs are 17-6-2, still not a bad record at all. But if you can get back in the win column tomorrow, start another 5-game win streak, because it seems to be the happy number. Win 5, lose 1, win 5, lose 1, win 5, lose 1. That's literally been the stretch over the last little while. Pretty crazy stuff. They look to start a new win streak, though, tomorrow in Winnipeg, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You enjoyed the video, and overall, you did enjoy the game tonight because, look, it was a damn good game of hockey to watch. Smack that like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Obviously going down 3-0 in the first half of the game. Not where you want to be. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you thought about that final 8 minutes of that second period for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let me know everything towards this game for the Buds. All right, Twitter is down below for myself. Follow, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there. If you have not done so already, guys, and I will talk to you Raptors edition tomorrow. It's a 6 p.m. tip-off. I believe it's in Washington? No, Washington. No, Washington comes here. 6 p.m. Raptors looking to bounce back after that tough loss against the Milwaukee. No, they beat the Milwaukee Bucks. See, all over the place tonight. They're looking for back-to-back W's because they beat Milwaukee at home without Giannis. Against the Washington Wizards tomorrow night. That team has been inspired to have the Wiz. It's going to be a tough one, though, no matter what. Let's see what this team can do tomorrow night. All right? And that's the Toronto Maple Leafs. They play tomorrow as well in Winnipeg. 8 p.m. puck drop there as the Buds will get back into the win column after tonight's tough shootout loss against the Wild. All right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.